Anyway, we're in. Test that. Test it. Just give me a rapper mic check.
Just like tap it.
Check. Yeah, we're in. Callum, what are you saying? You there, just in case?
Yeah.
Callum's here. 2 secs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got to check the phone quick. You know what I mean? Put it on silent.
Yeah,
Let me do mine as well. We're in. How's everyone doing? Listen, I don't know. Like, would we be on 100k by the time this comes out?
When's
Probably.
this coming out? Thursday?
Well, it depends, because the idea was, obviously, we're recording, we're doing whatever we're doing on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I need to tell you, yeah. I know it's the last minute, but
God.
there's another clip from the Chuckie episode.
Oh, that's fine.
Put up tomorrow. So that might take it to 100k, but it might not. But if it doesn't,
We're gonna hit 100k probably at the end of the week.
alright, boom. So yeah.
Lit.
So yeah, this is an interesting one for me today actually, because you know what, bro? How do I say your name?
Roshaante.
Roshaante.
Yeah.
Roshaante, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. That sounds like a Hey, I swear that sounds like a Italian pasta. Hey,
Joke,
I swear that doesn't it though? Like on a low key one.
It does, yeah.
Can I get the Roshaante with the? You get me?
Yeah, when you say that.
Can I get the Roshaante with the prawns? You understand what I'm saying?
It's French.
Oh, it's the French.
Yeah, man. It's French.
Yeah, like Vapiano.
Yeah, so that sounds like some Vapiano type thing or whatnot.
I'll take it. I like Vapianos.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah,
and you got one of them kind of sweet boyish names and that as well.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started, man.
Is it? Do people try and think that you're sweet with
All
that
the
name?
time, man. And then I can be sweet, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the name.
It does seem like a hand-picked name. Like you picked it.
Yeah. No, my name's Roshaante, innit? So
Roshaante, yeah.
I added the T.
Oh, yeah, I see it there.
I did the T.
Yeah, you were right. You did big.
I like that. Because I would have.
Yeah, no, I did the T. Like, I don't know, like, you know when you're just like, when you're young and you just like the sound of something at the end of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It sounds nice with a London accent as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, my birth name's just too serious sounding. Do you know what I'm saying? It ends and it's just like, what, you know what I'm saying? When you got the Roshaante, you can kind of be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My boy Tay in it, like, you know when you're teenage years, man, you want the girls to call you, like, I mean, Tay, all them little pet names, but now it's like, no, don't call me that.
I had a name. I said it before on the pod, yeah. My sweet
Yours
boy
was
name.
awful. I remember. I can't remember what it was, but it
mine
was terrible.
Yeah, I thought it was lit.
Yeah.
Mine was like, I was telling girls that my name was Latuan.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god.
What you say? What, you don't even?
It's got twang in it. Like.
I'm not gonna lie. A couple times when I dropped that one, damp in a panty.
Hey.
Honestly,
that's true though. The name makes the guy. Like, I'm just saying.
Oh, no, I was mine. My government name isn't. My government name's not really lit like that, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
Nah, I'll tell you off camera.
That's
my
calm, bro.
name's not too lit like that. But yeah. So in a nutshell, the reason why you're here, yeah, is actually I saw you I'd actually seen you before I'd messaged you. Yeah. So there was a video that you did with a light skinned brother. I can't remember his name. But he was really good.
Juice.
Huh?
Topical juice.
Tropical Juice. That's it. That's the YouTube channel.
Topical juice. Topical.
Topical. Oh, topical.
Yeah.
I saw a conversation that you two had, and I thought he was really good. Like, I liked the way that he was asking. I liked the dynamic that you two had in the car. Like, it was like supernatural and whatever. And like, you seem like you've known each other for a long time, 100%. Even though you didn't even know each other for that long. Nah. So at that point, you'd only known each other for like a few weeks or something like that, a month or something, right?
No, not even that. Like, I think it was like a week. Yeah.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, man. It was just we just like clicked like straight.
Yeah.
We met up at one hotel, and then after that we started doing videos together and stuff. And yeah, man. Like, he's lit energy, man.
Yeah, he's proper.
He's lit, bro.
And then I saw like one of my favorite YouTube channel at the moment is Unilad, and I like they have a section called Minutes With.
Yeah.
Which you did, yeah. It's really, really good. Like, I've seen some sick ones, like a woman that was in war, and you know, people that have dealing with all different types of things, or gone through certain things, or experienced certain things, or whatever. And if I'm being honest, I know this sounds like a little bit of a plug here, but that's like, I would love to do in some different type of capacity stuff like that. I'm just really interested in. I'm just interested, I'm very interested in people, you know.
Yeah, same, man. As I'm getting older, I'm getting interested in people and like people's lifestyles and like people's stories. Cause everyone comes with a story, and I love when someone tells me a story, yeah, about their life, but they tell me it and they got no, like, it's not a sympathy thing.
Right.
They're just like talking through strength.
Right.
I really admire that.
Facts.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man.
So are you inquisitive? Do you ask a lot of questions?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't ask no questions.
Are you inquisitive in your mind?
Yeah, in my brain. Yeah, my brain will have like 1,000 questions, but I like to just learn somebody, and I just tick off the questions in my head from learning them. You know what I mean?
What stops you from asking questions?
I was asked questions like all my life constantly. So like, I don't really wanna do like to somebody else what was done to me.
Right.
Which is the question asking. It's cool to ask questions, but remember when it's like hundreds of people every day it is draining, man.
I hear that, and I think that like obviously you're gonna realize that like there's probably gonna be even more after, you know what I mean? Do you feel like before we get into any of that, do you feel like some of it sets you free?
Definitely, man. 100.
Yeah.
100.
Talk on that.
So that's why I do it. So the fact that every time I like speak my truth, and talk my things, it literally, I don't like the whole Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus lifestyle.
Right.
Don't like the whole certain people know this, certain people don't know that. That's exhausting. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to move or who. I move how I want to move.
Facts.
But at the same time, it's like, bro, like, I just want to do me. And in order to do me, people have to know the honest truth about me, because most of my life revolves around my truth. So I gotta let people know the things.
100%. And I think for you, you have a certain personality and a characteristic that I've seen that shows that like you're about to do something. Yeah, like you're about to really, you're on the cusp of being someone. You understand what I'm saying? Bro. Like I see it because you got, like sometimes like I personally hear it in either the cadence in someone's voice or their mannerisms or their takes or whatever it may be. There's like all of these different things that I see in someone, and I'm like, rah, like that person's got something in them. Do you understand what I'm saying? But for me, this is a place that I always come to and speak my truth and talk about. Like when I'm not feeling too good, I sit and I talk about it. When I'm feeling great, I sit and talk about it. I had a death in the family, I came and I talked about it and stuff like that. And it's like, for me, it's very, very therapeutic. But yeah, at the same time, I do really enjoy asking questions and understanding people and getting to know people and stuff like that. Firstly, where I want to go with you is, where did you grow up? What area did you grow up in?
So I've been back and forth from London and Manchester. And
you lived in Manny, yeah?
Yeah, Manny M9. And some Birmingham and obviously Southeast London as well.
Oh really? Yeah.
The bits. Yeah.
So wait, what feels more like home to you though?
Ooh.
Honestly, you don't have to say London. You don't have to do the London because now Manny's lit.
It is lit. Yeah.
And Birmingham.
Manchester and Birmingham. Yeah. Boom.
Right.
Yeah. 100. Sorry.
So yeah. What feels more like home for you?
Both, like, so Manchester and Birmingham mainly, to be fair, if I'm really honest. London's more of a place of work and maybe some leisure.
Right.
But that's it for London, man. London's too much, man.
Yeah. I love, like, for me, I loved growing up in London, to be honest with you. But if I'm being honest as well, I am falling out of love with it. I'm falling out of love with London, but I feel like that's a whole different conversation. So, was you born in Manchester, or
I was born in Lewisham Hospital, but raised in Manchester. And my dad's a Catford boy, and he was born and raised in Catford. So I'd be like back and forth from my mum and dad's house in Catford,
right?
And then in families, like my family's in Manchester, Birmingham, and. I don't know, man. I feel like London feels like really claustrophobic feeling, man.
Don't you not get that in Manchester now?
No, man, never.
Serious?
Never. It's just you can wear a tracksuit out there and you got all the girls moving to you. Down here you got to be wearing just too much. I can't deal with it. You know what I mean?
That's true. Guys.
Yeah, I hear that still.
Yeah, man.
Nah, and Liverpool's another place that I love, by the way. Random. I've spent a bit of time in Liverpool and whatnot. Honourable shout out to Green. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Big up to all the people out there. Like, I'm enjoying Liverpool. But all right, cool. So like, when because you said you were born in Lewisham, and then that's when you moved out and stuff like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you were, correct me if I'm wrong, you were raised as a girl.
Yeah.
You was raised as a girl, right?
100%. And
so, like, talk a little bit about that, because naturally, as you're as you're growing, you don't think any different. You're just growing as who you are, as
man,
almost as who people are telling you that you are, right?
Yeah, definitely. So it's so interesting because, like, hey, even though I was raised as a girl, yeah, I'd be everywhere and anywhere, and I wouldn't identify as that. Like, people wouldn't even guess that I was a girl, first of all.
Right.
So it weren't. For example, I'd be on holiday, Cuba, Dominican Republic, like, you know, like I used to like go and travel all the time, man. And when I'm on holiday now, like everybody, like nobody knows that I'm born intersex, innit? Right. So because of that, like everyone just seeing me as a boy, and it just felt so real. It felt so honest. It felt Then switch back now, like if my parents would address me as a girl at the time, yeah, I'd feel like no. Don't come over here with my little crowd of females that I've just made friends with that I'm about to go and hit on now and try to refer to.
Yeah, and then try and dim out my tick. I understand what you're saying.
Do that, man. I'll just be like, yo, like, come mum, dad, like, yo, what's going on? Yeah. And because, that was just me, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying about that whole double life thing, you get me, Carl? Imagine that, you're on holiday, small little complex, little like, tiny little hotel and thing, yeah? You got like, the whole of the hotel is just like, he, him,
right,
know me as a boy, yeah, what a handsome young man.
Right.
Parents walking, strolling over, do you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. She needs to get ready for dinner or something.
How did that make you feel?
I was calm, you know. I was calm, but at the same time, like I said, you're flopping my thing. Yeah. I'm trying to draw these little girls, like, you know, I was little at the time. I was like, what, 7, 8? Like, I'm trying to draw them down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing my thing. You know, you're ruining the flop. Yeah, I've been a little player since I was like 5.
I can tell.
That's young.
Yeah. I know. I'm telling you.
I started young. I'm not gonna lie. I started young, man. A bit too young still.
That's interesting. Alright, that sparks something else in my mind, but we'll get to that in a minute. But see, like, you were picking your own clothes though, even because I swear, like 6, 7, 8, 9. For me, I always remember still. You know, like certain times, if I was going to like a wedding. Or I was going to like somewhere where I had to dress up, then my mum would dress me, innit? Yeah, or my dad would dress me. But for what I remember, and I'm sure that my mum will say this, is that more time I was just picking my own clothes and stuff like that, yeah? So like, even though this is how you felt and this is what you was almost raised as, yeah? Was what you were picking as your clothing correlating with how you felt or how?
100, man, 100, yeah. Like I was wearing... Oh man, I had some serious fashion sense when I was little, man. I was wearing my predominantly boy clothes all the time. Like, right. My mum and my grandma, who passed last year, she actually they two were arguing. Them two were arguing because my mum was like, no, like she don't have to wear a skirt kind of thing. You get me, like. And my grandma was Jehovah's Witness, so she was like, no, she's gonna wear a skirt. And them two, I didn't wear a skirt obviously because my mum made sure that she fought the hell out of my grandma for that. So she was like,
for you to not wear a skirt.
Yeah, like no skirt, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So obviously, like I didn't really wear the girls' clothes and that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was.
Was it because you didn't want to wear a skirt?
No, do you know what? Like even up to this day, I could wear a skirt right now. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I find it funny, like, but I did want to, but at the same time, it just I was gonna get weird looks on the street because my face looked like a boy. My voice, my mannerisms, everything about me was just boy. But there was no trace of a girl on me, other than obviously, you know, the genitalia side of things. But people can't see my genitals when I'm a young kid walking out on the road. You get me?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was mad.
But you don't like. You wouldn't know. See, like for me, yeah. When I was growing up as a young boy, I didn't know. I just thought that what we just all had the same. Do you get what I'm saying?
Same.
So you wouldn't naturally. You wouldn't think that what you had was different to anyone else, or did you? Did you know, like young, that what you had was different, or was it just you didn't even think about that?
No,
that's because I swear we don't even think about that.
No, we don't, man. We don't. And to be fair, like I didn't, man. I never ever stopped and thought anything about inside of the pants, man.
Yeah.
It was the clothes, because when you're young, the clothes is what represents you. Like obviously, if your parents are gonna send you out, you know, in any kind of outfit, they're gonna want it to it's gonna represent you as a person and your family as well. Because if you're walking around just like a tramp, then you know what I'm saying. So I was always big star, man, big star.
So did your parent? Because that conversation between your nan and your mum, was there already an overstanding of what you were, or was that just a almost like a moral conflict in their own minds on like what does that make sense? Did your mum know like what was happening, or was it more like, hold on 1 second, we're both just perceiving things differently, that's all?
That one,
right.
It was like it was open to their own what's the word, interpretation. Yeah, that's it. That's what it basically was. Like, because remember at the time no one knew nothing still. You know what I'm saying? So I suppose the argument was a valid one from my nan, because she's a Jehovah's Witness, and you know how Jehovah's Witnesses are, you know what I mean? And my mum being not really religious, she didn't see the big fascination with me having to wear a certain item of clothing to be able to show that I'm something. But that's why it's interesting, you know, fam. It's interesting because it's like my nan, my grandma knew as well. Do you get what I'm saying? That, oh, you know, my granddaughter looks so much like a boy that she has to wear a skirt because everybody at the ministry is going to think that that's a boy straight away. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, there's certain people that have to wear a certain item of clothing, or else they just look androgynous as hell. You feel me? That was me. So that's interesting. I didn't actually.
But I think, like, if I'm being honest, wearing a item of clothing doesn't, like, okay, fam, I could fling on Tim's. I could fling on Tim's. I could have my pants hanging mad low. I could have my, like, you know what I'm saying? Just hella jewels and whatnot, and look like super masculine or whatever, But that doesn't mean that's what I'm saying. And it's the same with a girl, innit? It doesn't, what you wear.
It don't define you.
Nah. I guess it gives you an element of identity when you're older, though. So, like, one thing that I proper like, see, like when I'm in Oxford Street or like Shoreditch and that, and I'm looking around, I'm people watching, I'm like, rah, like, look at everyone's dressed mad different. Like, everyone's got their own style, their own identity and whatever. But it isn't necessarily who you are at your core, innit? Nah. But you don't know that when you're dealing with a child.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. But you know what it is? I think it's the older generation at the time. Remember, this is all how many years ago? Like 18, 19 years ago. Yeah. It's the older generation, and it's also the religious beliefs as well. Like combined, I think is what did it.
Yeah.
At that time, but I really didn't care, man. And I'm still quite the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm really nonchalant to like people's opinions, or you know what I mean?
I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna talk to you about your confidence and stuff a little bit later on, but I think to have that is very sick, because I feel that there's probably a lot of people that have an upbringing like yours, but may not necessarily have the confidence to speak about it. Because one thing that you said and what I'm going to do, by the way, because I have to give them credit, Unilad, the minutes,
Unilad, man, big them
because they were really good. They asked some very good questions. There's some things that I might bring up again, but just elaborate on so that we could just both talk and have perspective on. But there was one thing that you mentioned in there about like saying, like, even as an older now, and I know I'm jumping, you was like, you've always felt like an alien. You've always felt you always felt different. Like, speak on that a little bit.
Yeah. So, of course, like growing up, man, it was definitely alien vibes for me, man, 100%. Like, and the reason for that being is because, so I find out obviously that I'm intersex at 11, alright, yeah, that's already mad as it is, because that is the brink of puberty, really and truly, for a lot of people, yeah. So I'm meant to be preparing for puberty, but instead of preparing for puberty, I'm preparing to potentially have to come to terms with what I really want to live, how I really want to live, what I really want to live as. And that was huge for me at 11. On top of that, being surrounded by a bag of girls as well, and having to make that decision, it was crazy, if I'm not going to lie.
What was that conversation like? When you're 11 years old, yeah? Man. Who had the conversation with you? Was it your mum, your dad, or was it
No, it was my doctors still.
So, right. And what led up to that point of you even having that conversation? Like, how do you just have a conversation about being intersex? Like, surely there's obviously things that are happening that you don't necessarily understand, yeah,
man. So severe abdominal pain was one of them, and to be honest, by the time I was 11, I knew exactly what was in everybody's trousers and what was meant to be and what wasn't meant to be as well. And so I would get really painful erections as well, if I'm honest, and that mixed with the abdominal cramping as well was the reason why, because I had loads of different problems inside for from around 9 to 11, 12, some even after 13. I was still experiencing a lot of cramping, a lot of pain.
Right.
And that's what prompted me to go to the GP.
Right. And then so when you got there now, and you're seeing them and stuff, could you what?
They referred me to an endo.
What's that endo?
So an endocrinologist is somebody who I actually don't really know the definition of endocrinologist, but those are the people that they basically check your hormone levels and everything like that. So basically the hormone levels and my hormone levels spiking for a regular testosterone levels is the reason for the endocrinologist to point out that I need to get ultrasounds done and all that different kind of stuff, you feel me? So that's how it all conspired.
A doctor gets special training in diagnosing and treating disorders of the endocrine system, the glands and organs that make hormones.
Right.
These disorders include diabetes, infertility, and thyroid, and a few other little things.
Okay. There was a word that you mentioned in there where you said, what was it? Not the glands, the what?
Organs that make hormones. The glands and organs that make
hormones. Right. Yeah. Because basically, and correct me if I'm wrong here, being intersex means that you have variations in your biological characteristics. So for example, you could have an XY chromosome, but still have testicles.
Yeah, or you can have or you can have the YX and still you can
have a vagina.
Yeah. There's just it goes so deep, even deeper than my level of understanding, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. So what how do you deep that at 11 years old?
Oh, you don't.
You must have
you
to
don't, man, you don't.
There must have to be a mad amount of maturing that you have to deal with at such a young age.
I did.
You see, when you'd find that a lot of kids that are 11 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old or whatever, they're just living in their reality, whatever that is, innit? Yeah. And not even really just thinking about
video games and things.
Yeah, exactly. I was on that. I was on all of that. And I don't even think you was into girls and maybe boys or whatever really early. I was into that late. If I'm being fair, I was into that kind of late. I was just on the gaming thing, and
I do gaming as well, man. I do a bit of both, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
gaming
you was on your
weekday. Yeah. I knew how to separate the two, man.
But speak to me a little bit about that time, being 11 years old, and hearing that. How did it make you feel? Was you able to deep it properly at the time? And was you told also to make a decision at that time too, or was it a thing where that came a little bit later?
Right, let me try and flex my memory to remember all those questions. All right, cool. Sorry, let me get in order.
Sorry, I know I do that.
No, it's calm. That's cool, man.
Because I forget sometimes.
That's all right. So, what was the first question?
The first question was, what was the first question? I'm joking. Talk to me a little bit about being 11 years old and hearing that conversation, or having that conversation about being intersex. Was you able to deep that?
Sure. No, not really, if I'm honest with you. I wasn't able to, because the thing is, it's only until people make it an issue. So, for example, outside of the hospitals, outside of all these appointments, it's when the regular people that you're just friends with and all of that, they make it, they basically, they voice their opinion on it. That's when I had to really deep it for myself in order to be able to not fall into the category of someone who's trying to do the sympathy card thing and wants sympathy and wants people to be empathetic about something that, to be extremely honest with you, I didn't give a damn about. I didn't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got told I was intersex, but that so what? Do you know what I'm saying? I was so talented and still am so talented. That intersex, I was like, who cares, man? Who cares? I'll still get all the girls. I'll still get everyone I want. I'll get whatever the hell I want. You get what I'm saying?
And I'll enjoy your man as well.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying, man? So, man, I didn't care. Do you feel me? So even though it was one of them ones where I'm being told something, it's only until somebody else makes it this big thing that I would have been like, oh, what, is it really that serious? Do you get what I'm saying? Because to me, it ain't that serious, man. There's bigger things going on in the world. And as a child, I knew that. So for me, being told I was intersex, that was just another way that I have something good about me that a bag of people don't have. That's the way I saw it, man.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. I really don't see it as the way everybody else does. I'm confused.
Yeah. and really, when you deep it, it's not really an issue. Like you say, you know, hearing people talk about it and stuff like this, only until when you like, it might probably makes the realization of what's happening. It heightens. It makes it a thing. But like, you even using the word issue, it's like you have to be careful with that one a little bit, because it's like, well, is it an issue if you don't feel like it's an issue? Probably not. Like, if you're 11 years old and you don't necessarily know, I think maybe the conversation to have is what could potentially happen society-wise, how they might look at it and how they might see it and whatever, and prepare you for that more than it actually be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, because all them things around my mind as well. So I was already thinking about like, when I'm older, what's going to happen now? You know what I'm saying? Me and my mum had some very open discussions about like what's going to happen in the future in terms of, you know, who I'm going to be with, who I'm going to settle down with, like what gender they're going to be, how they're going to perceive me. All these things, there's what things I was thinking about at 11, you know.
Mad.
You know, fast forward like 5 years, like I got everybody and anything. Like literally, I ain't even got to be gassed when I say it.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like in love with me. Cause people like difference, and one thing about me, I'm different to the maximum.
Strong.
100. So for me, it was just interesting, but at the same time, like I went through this phase where it was like, people are checking me, and people want basically like, you know, be up in my section and date me, have sex with me, because of the fact that they could then say they had sex with someone who's basically a commodity.
Yeah.
I don't even want to call myself that, but you know what I'm saying, like that rare occasion that something good happens to you, and it's like, I hate that rare thing. Yeah. That rare breed on that rare occasion. Madness, man.
I hear that still. You talked about like even at young, feeling like, or knowing that you would be a fetish.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. How do you know that, man? I always say that.
Come on, man. I do that. You understand? I do.
For real, fam. Yeah, I did. I literally and still do think like like man's a fetish, you know, because people do fetishize certain people, certain things, and I'm not being funny, but you know what? I believe that if I weren't good looking, that's other people's words. That's why I'm doing a quotation thing with her, but that's why I believe too. But like, if I wasn't good looking, would people still have the same likings to me and me being intersex and all these things there? Would it be a thing? I don't know. I don't think so. No.
Yeah, it's that like it plays a part in a lot of like being commercially good looking or whatever, plays some type of role in how people are interested in others. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Unfortunately.
It's unfortunate because I'm thinking, like, imagine, like, because I'm real and I'm real situations. As much as I'd like to be able to be like, I get all the girls, I get all the guys, whatever. At the same time, like having that in the back of my mind that it's because of the fact that I look good, it is quite concerning, because there are, I know a lot of intersex people have reached out to me, and a lot of them have reached out to me about the fact that they don't feel like they'll be able to ever get somebody or whatever, yada yada, whatever their concerns are.
Right.
And this is because of their looks, more than the fact of them being intersex. So it's one thing to be intersex, and then for them it's another thing to be intersex and unappealing to society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that kind of like, so that, do you feel like that's where your confidence came from even when you was young then? Because you was at a young age still always able to, wait, before I even do that, was you like big, like on a serious one, like, was you able to like, not able to, but what was you into? Was you actually genuinely into girls, or did you feel like, was you into both?
I was
like being young.
Yeah, man, I was as a kid. I didn't know.
Because if you're almost being raised as a girl, kinda.
Yeah.
You would think society tells you, you know what, like you're supposed to like boys, isn't it? Yeah. But you still have kind of a liking to girls, so there's a. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah. No, I had some serious likings to females, but at the same time, I still liked boys as well when I was little. Like, I didn't see that as a problem, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was young, so I didn't see it as an issue. There wasn't, when I was little, there wasn't so much obsession over sexuality. Maybe I was missing something, but I feel like it's all about obsession now because it's all over the TV.
Right.
People are seeing it and they're getting their opinions, their judgment. Obviously, as well, sometimes we're not best represented. And when I say we, I'm talking about the community. LGBTQIA community is not best represented a lot of the time on TV, man. No way. They put some seriously, If I don't have nothing nice to say, I don't say it, man.
Yeah, that still.
It's my opinion, man.
Do you go into the confidence thing? Yeah. Was it confidence? See, like at your young age, yeah, where you exuded that type of confidence. Yeah. Was it confidence or insecurity when you look back now?
Man. Always confidence. I've never been insecure. Never. I've never allowed myself to be insecure, man. Why? By the time I finish being insecure, I'm dead. What's the point?
Yeah.
Insecurities are just...
But we all have insecurities though, don't we?
I do. Man. Nah, some people genuinely don't, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But speaking for myself,
yeah,
I've never been... For me to be insecure, man, if I allowed my insecurities to, like, take over, like, nah, man, that wouldn't be cute, man. No, that would be really not okay.
I have insecurities.
You do?
Yeah, I got insecurities, man. Do you know what? I remember one time, I was, my girlfriend at the time, I was with her lying down and we was talking, and I said to her, I asked her, I was like, like what? Like, tell me about your insecurities, or tell me one insecurity or whatever. And I remember we both, because when I asked the question, I asked it, and I remember at the time thinking, fuck, that's actually quite a deep question, because now I know I have to answer it. But when it was asked to me, I wasn't really able to talk about it really, or talk about them really. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I feel like we all do you know what, maybe at some point, because I never used to be it, and I'm not the insecure person now, really. Good, we all have insecurities, but like my insecurities do not, I do not drown in them.
Yeah, good, man.
And when I was younger, I never even felt them or whatnot. I feel like as you get older, when you start like being more immersed in like society conversations or whatever, and you watch things, you're on Instagram and all of those things, like Instagram and social media, those are the things that kind of contribute to people's insecurities at times. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think if you do have them, if anyone does have them, that's not the problem. I always think, I'm always big on behavior. I'm always like, yo, you know what, yeah, you could be insecure, but it's just about how you're behaving. Or like, you could be mad, you could be upset. You could be upset about, I could say something to you and you could be upset about it, but it's your behavior, it's like how you handle it, or how I'm...
It's all about composure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100.
So, all right, boom. So 11 years old, you find out that you are intersex. You don't have an issue with it whatsoever. You're just still ready to just kind of just be out here and just live however. But you're having conversations with your mum and stuff like that. How did you, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to ask, but how did your dad deal with that? Like, how was he?
My dad's been cool, you know. Like, me and my dad are so tight. I don't really mention my dad a lot because my he's more of a reserved guy. Do you know what I mean? We had such a tight relationship. When I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. I remember he had a conversation with me at my niece's birthday. This is when I was like 18 or something. So I'm fast forwarding a little bit just to kind of, and I'll go back. Yeah. And he actually said to me, because there was actually a stage when I didn't actually want to be a guy, but I was 18. Right. I didn't want to be a guy because, like I said, with all this information, I always feel, and I'm always like, it took me a while to understand, I'm actually comfortable with whatever. I'm comfortable with living as whatever. I don't even care. I put too much in school. I'm flipping all over the place, but it will make sense. In school, I put too much emphasis on being not just that guy, but hyper-masculine. Right. Because I had to be. Because there's no way I could be slipping. You know what I'm saying? And the more hyper-masculine I was, the more respect I got every single time. So that is the way I just started acting. And it just became natural to me to just act like that. And it was only till I got really, truly comfortable with myself, like 100% comfortable, that I didn't mind maybe, you know, dressing in it's small stuff, but dressing in a pink top. Because you know what I'm saying, like at the time, you know, and dye my hair all kind of colors: purple, pink, blonde, blue, red, green, whatever color I wanted my hair to be like. Because the man them saw dyeing hair as some kind of effeminate thing. It's just like, man them shut.
I know, I hear that. Like, even earrings in, like, what was it? I feel like, what was the one where I think you could have the earring in the left ear, but if you had it in the right ear, or if you had them in both ears.
Yeah, man. It meant you was gay. Like, what you talking about, man? It's ridiculous. Like, who came up with this stuff, man?
I know. Someone came up with it and ran with it still.
Yeah, for real, they ran with it. They jogged and hopped and skipped, man. Crazy.
Can I say, though?
Yeah.
This is my take. Mm-hmm. You see, when I see someone, this is just now. I think if I was in school, I would not think this, yeah? But this is me as a big man now. When I see someone being hyper-masculine, masculine, yeah, and like really overcooking it, because that's what happens sometimes, isn't it? Some people overcook it. To me, they actually come across feminine to me.
Yeah.
And do you know why that is? Yeah, because the things that people usually use to hyper-masculine themselves are usually like emotion. Yeah. So how you know what I mean? How you go out and use your emotion in that, yeah? And to someone who actually sometimes when we look at a girl, yeah, and we see a girl crying and that, we just say, oh, right, she's emotional.
She's emotional, yeah.
Yeah, but if a man goes out and he's whiling out every 2 minutes, he's doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Like, he's doing the same thing. When I look at like masculine moments and shit like that, I'm looking at, or certified masculine moments, yeah, I'm looking at someone who walks in the room and can command the thing, like, without being over emotional, but being able to just delegate and deal with people a certain type of way or whatnot. When people are coming out and doing the hyper thing on all of that stuff,
it looks weak, innit?
Yeah, look, to me it looks weak. To me, it looks mad weak anyway.
Yeah. In the gym, there's bare of that going on, innit?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, there's the man them where if it weren't for them that 100 kg weights that they're pushing, that they would just like go up into the fetus position. You know, the same man them there that, you know, like would cry over their girlfriend if they, you know what I mean? Like, but that's normal, man. Like, what's going on, man? I really don't know, man.
So in high school though, high school now, that's when it goes from more of the like, it's still puppy love to when you're a big adult. But see that little primary school thing where you liked whoever in primary school, you was on young little holiday, like all that's light work until you get to high school, and then it starts to become a bit more different. You start like really liking certain people or whatever, Did you, had anything changed for you then? Was you still...
Jeez, man, I was obsessed with girls, man. I was obsessed, man. You know, when you listen to that one tune, man, you listen to that one tune in the car and you're there thinking about the same girl at school, man. It was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think, I'm not sure why, but for some reason, like during school days, like I was high school days, I was proper onto girls. Like it was just girls, like, and I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. I don't know, because the thing is, no one ever questioned my sexuality, no matter what I wanted to like. I didn't get questioned about anything to do with sexuality. People were so obsessed with the gender side of things. Sexuality didn't even get a chance.
So how did you, when you started doing things with girls in school and that? Was this more than lip-sync? By the way, let me just be clear here, yeah. I didn't touch a pooch until I was what? I think I've touched my first pooch when I was 16. She was 16 as well, yeah? So anyway.
Kudos still.
Yeah. So that I was late. So I'm like, compared to both, you understand what I'm saying? Bro, and we were just playing around and all these type of things or whatnot, and I was backing out my thing.
Yeah, I rate it.
Yeah. Like, but not on a confidence one. I wasn't like the Don, you know, like there was certain man in my ends, there was like man in the park and that.
Yeah.
That would be with their girl and just back their thing out and just do what they're doing.
Man.
But I wasn't really like that. I was more like, oh yeah, we'll come to my house, whatever, and then we'd be under the covers and, you understand what I'm saying, play around and back my thing out and do what, you understand what I'm saying, yeah? But see for you, when you, like started to get into that with girls and stuff like that, was you having conversations with them on a low about like what it looked like?
No, not even. Alright, cool. So I've always been I love being naked. I've always been a nudist, innit? So for me, trousers down, your reaction's your reaction. Get to it. It's how my behaviour was.
I have to stop you.
Yeah, go
to the first reaction. Let's talk about that.
First reaction. Alright, cool. So the reactions of the girls would be like, so they'd be shocked, innit? I'm not gonna lie, they'd be shocked, but also they'd be,
because they think you're gonna come out with the fuck, because you're confident.
I got big dick energy.
Yeah,
I got big energy.
Yeah.
So they always,
so they're thinking you're gonna back out the. You understand what I'm saying?
But you know what though? I'm not gonna. Yeah, so. Even though, alright, cool. So I always had a strap.
We'll get to that bit. I know. We'll get.
Yeah,
to that
I'm about to dive into that strap.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. So their reaction was so they were shocked, but I always got a pass. Man. So even though they were shocked, like they might giggle a little piece in it, yeah, because they're like, but then they go ham on it though. So I'm like, alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no issue then if she going ham on the thing.
Yeah. But you were so wait, and so you, because you had a like a large clitoris and a vagina, right?
Yeah.
So and then so they was just so they oh that's kind. Do you know what? So they got to that point of rah. And correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. So they got to this part of like, oh yeah, I'll go into his house or whatever, and he's gonna chop me, and then obviously you've got naked on a confidence one or whatnot, and they thought, oh okay, it's a different vibe, and they still was. I rate them for that. Honestly, I rate them for the fact that they said, you know what? Oh, it's a different type of party. I'm still there. I check for you.
Yeah, I'm in. Man. Every time, man.
So that gave you that must have gave you hella confidence.
Nah, so because I was already confident, yeah, and because I didn't actually. I have never seen a problem wrong with my body. I love this body, man. This body is banging. So for me,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, 100, bro. So for me, it was like I was doing like, oh man, I don't even want to sound gassed, man. But it was like I was doing them a favor as well as they were doing me a favor. If that makes sense. So it was a mutual thing. So like if this makes sense, yeah, they had more insecurities. They had the insecurities. I was more like the way they saw me so calm and so laid back and just, you know, like, you know, if you want to give me brain or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way I was just so calm and like, so open, it then made them so much more secure with their bodies. Because they're seeing me and I'm like this and I'm calm and I'm cool and collected, they can't like, they saw it as, alright, cool. So, you know, if he's going to be, like, you know what I mean, all down for whatever, I can be down for whatever. Because they have all kind of insecurities, man. Like, you know, their tits being either too small or too big or too saggy or areolas being too big, just all these little details, man. Cellulite,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, man. Stretch mark, this stretch mark. I'm thinking, oh my days, man. You got all these insecurities, right? And I don't feel no way about myself, but you're feeling like this. And I talk to them. You know, obviously, like after sex, I ain't got time to be talking beforehand. But after sex, I talk to them about their body. I'd be like, yo, like, don't feel no way, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're beautiful. Like, this is ridiculous, man. How you got all these issues? Your stretch marks are beautiful, man. Embrace them things. You know what I'm saying? Like, what going for real? You know, them titties. If they're too small or they're saggy or whatever. I love saggy titties, bro. It's calm,
strong.
Man. Don't worry about it, man. That's you. Yeah, that's you, man.
I'm a breast man and that. It's documented, but I don't mind.
It's documented. It's very well documented.
Yeah, but I'm not like, but I'm not the like. It's a necessity.
Yeah, man.
You know what? See, when I like someone, bro,
it doesn't matter.
It does not, 100. Bro. I tell you this now, ain't none of that means nothing to me, really.
Yeah,
like it means a little something, but not really. Because when I'm into you. I just don't. I think a lot of the time, probably, I don't know if this has been the same with you, but like, you know, you may have thought that you had a type, but then like everyone that you've been with have not necessarily been that because you caught an authentic vibe with them.
Every time.
I'm preaching.
Every time. All my exes are so different for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Preach that, man, for real. I've had the most banging chicks. I've had the bad bees and all them ting there, bruv. Like, I'm telling you now, if my energy ain't connecting with you, I don't care how bad you are. I'll be like, I'm bad. I'm a bad bee. What? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, because, you know what I mean? Oh, we could go, me and these girls would go head for head all the time. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, like, do you get what I mean? Like, you know, like, there was one girl, she found that, like, very unattractive about me. The fact that I would go head for head. For example, I used to love, like, looking after myself a lot. So she'd be in the mirror. She'd leave the mirror. I'd be in the mirror. And I might take double the time that she wants to take. But
some girls don't like that stuff.
Some girls don't like that. And fine, that's cool by me. But I'm still going in the mirror. I'm not just going outside looking at any old house. Like, you might think that I'm being too feminine. Yeah, I'm being feminine. And I'm making sure I look good. Just like you.
Yeah, you're tapped in.
Man, I'm tapped in, plugged in. This is ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying?
You actually, I bypassed something quickly, actually, where you talked about in school, in like, when you was almost raised as a girl, this is what I thought was really interesting. When you was raised as a girl, when you were doing things like PE and stuff like that, you were smashing it more than everyone else.
Yeah, man.
How did that raise questions?
Yeah, I was lit. Let me tell you, like, alright, in PE, everything, like, you know, the relay races, man, rounders, you know, when you're in school, man, we do put little exercise activities, man. Everything, football, basketball, man, I was smashing it. I was the best. Everyone, you know, them ones where I'm team captain every time. That's well, of course I am. Do you get what I'm saying? And because my strength, my agility, everything, my capability when it comes to sports was through the roof. So yeah, But then obviously it would get to a point where there was a couple times still where certain girls would be like, no, like it's an unfair thing. You get what I'm saying? Everything was always unfair and a whinge and a moan because I was excelling, whereas they were left behind. But I was excelling, obviously, because man's got all this testosterone in his body. Of course I'm excelling.
Right. And you know that goes to that conversation of that girl from South Africa. Was she or from Africa, isn't she? Yeah, she was a runner.
So. Yeah.
Was she a runner?
She was.
She's intersex, right?
Yeah, she is.
She's still intersex, yeah. So then there were people that were complaining about the fact that she, because of the testosterone and stuff that she had, that was like making her excel and all of these type of stuff.
Yep.
However, there was still the other side that was like, yeah, but she's a girl. Like she still has the chromosomes of a girl. She still has everything, barring the fact that she just has a little bit more testosterone.
Exactly.
Which was, I think we talked about it on a podcast before actually. But 18 years old, you said that you felt like you at a point where you wanted to be a girl again.
Yeah.
Talk on that.
So around my 18th birthday, I like hit a really confusing point in my life. So I didn't know anything about being androgynous. I had no idea what the word even meant. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
Okay, so androgynous is basically, I believe, when you look like you could be anything kind of thing. That's a really ghetto explanation to it.
Yeah, there's like when you, it's like when someone's racially ambiguous. So being racially ambiguous is like you could be from anywhere. Like you could. Okay, so I get it.
It's the same thing. Yeah,
same sort.
100. So I had no idea about the terminology at the time, and I still really don't. But I do, but I don't. So around being like my 18th birthday, I just felt like raw. I don't even feel like that guy anymore. I feel like because of the fact that I was so accepted, I didn't feel like I had to live as a guy anymore, kind of thing. Because I was just getting all that love and I was getting all that respect. So because I got all of that, it was like, what's the point of being like a guy? Because it was just so toxic for me. Like, because I told you I was always doing this hyper-masculine thing. I didn't even realize I was doing it. You know what I mean? Until recently, and I look back on my past, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I was really toxic then. I was really like being like too much then, and I just wanted to just go back to childhood memories, and that's why I felt like, right, okay, cool, I'm gonna just be a girl again. And obviously, me and my dad had this deep conversation, and he was like telling me how much of a weight that's lifted off of his head because of the fact that I'm gonna be a girl.
Oh wow! It
didn't last long though. The girl that I was with at the time, she went to having to go from calling me he to she.
Right.
And her whole entire Christian family, I was living with her grandma, my ex's grandma, they had to go to calling me she. It must have been really... At the time, I felt like, yeah, so what? Yeah, you have to go to calling me that. And I had such a weird personality, man. But now, looking back, I'm like, right, that must have been a lot for them. Because imagine like you're like a 70-year-old Christian Bible study preaching woman, and you've got this person in your house who's gone from... Because my ex was 26 and I was 16.
Blouse and skirt.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
I told you I was getting it in, man. I was getting it in. Honestly, like, yeah, no, the man rate me a lot still. Like, they really do, bro. Like, it's mad. I don't know what it is why this happens to me, man.
Let me tell you.
10 years at that age.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Anyone could give you receipts for that.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Because you know the most fun where I almost feel like my life is just so crazy that I almost feel like it could almost be fabricated, man. That's how mad it is. You get what I'm saying? Because for someone to be born like me, get all this love, all this acceptance, and I don't get acceptance everywhere. I'm sure there's bare people that are like ew and say what you like. It's not something I can help. Yo, man, just spat, bro.
No, it's calm. Don't worry, it's calm.
Man, just spat. Yeah,
don't worry,
man. No, but for real, I got all this love. You get what I'm saying? And it almost feels like. How? Do you get what I mean? Because there are people that they're just regular people. They ain't got nothing crazy going on with them, nothing strange, nothing. And I use them words like that because obviously that's what people would call it. I don't think it's crazy or strange, but whatever. And like, yeah, they don't get half the love and the acceptance, like, and they don't, like, for example, if they were to come out and say something like, oh yeah, or like, for example, if one of my boys tried to dye their hair back in the day, yeah, the man then would have laughed, dissed, cussed, you know, called them all kind of different names. I do it now, And it's, oh yeah, that's lit. Oh yeah, how'd you get your hair like that? Oh, what dye did you use? Oh yeah, my girl really likes her hair. Oh yeah, my boy really likes it. So it was just crazy. I was kind of like a trendsetter. No, I wasn't kind of. I was a trendsetter, fam.
Yeah.
I was a trendsetter, bruv. I would dye my hair pink. And I got a picture on Instagram. I dye my hair pink. I take a picture with a bag of candy floss, bruh. And so what? You know what I'm saying? So me and, you know what I mean? Me and the candy floss are there twinning and thing in the picture, and everyone just got like, my good thing to say about it.
That's me and the candy floss is twinning. Yeah, that's a blazing rock. Hey, 100. But I want to go back to the when deciding to be a girl again. Yeah, I feel like it's really selfless of you to think even now of how difficult it must have been for them.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Because really, it must have been very more difficult for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though, we can say that like for your girlfriend, there's a change there, and for family and stuff like that, it's a change. But really and truly, all that you're really asking for is for someone to just change just a couple of words and maybe how they might address you a little bit. And I get that some people may not want to do that. I get that, that might be a difficult thing. But I feel like it must be even more of a difficult thing to turn around at 18, where society is where it's at, and say, you know what, I don't even want to do this anymore. I want to do this now, and I want to see what that's about. Did you lose interest in your girl when you decided to be a girl? And did you start having relationships with boys?
Nah, man. Her best friend, he was a guy, he loved the hell out of me, man. Like, he wanted to deal me and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And I found that so interesting, man, because that happens all the time. Man, them everywhere. They always want to, like,
you must have chopped like a don before. A don, you must have got chopped by a don before. If you got a vagina, so wait, how long did you don't still have the vagina?
No, man.
So when you had, when did you get rid of, how long ago?
4 years now.
4 years ago.
It's been a
so
while,
you must have.
Yeah, it's been so 4 years vaginaless, and chop. Which don did I chop?
No, I'm not. Don't name. Don't do that. Yo, I don't want to get sued. Don't do that. Don't name drop.
This isn't the place.
You ain't got a name drop. You ain't got a name. What? Yeah. Celebrities.
Man said celebrities, you know, man. I can't say too much, man.
Wait, no.
Whoa, now you have to say some more than that.
Said it.
Wait.
You man said it, man.
Just say is there an industry don or like someone that we may have heard? Is there someone? Just say yeah or no. You ain't gonna say no.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
That wanted to chop, but I didn't let chop still because of that whole industry thing. Because I was in the industry, I've been in the industry. And they're in the industry, and it's just, you can't, the industry is that small. Like, it ain't happening, bro. I don't even know what that was, but it's that small. It's that small, like, I can't fit you know what I'm saying, bro? It's small, bro. So,
man.
But now, on a serious one, not on a jokey one too much, yeah. But like, did you, with your encounters with men or boys or whatever, however old you was, like, what was your... How do I explain? How do I say this? Like, did you enjoy sexually your encounters with a guy the same way that you would with a woman, or were they different? Did they feel different to you?
Yeah. No, not at all. I think the two of them is the different, both the genders it's so different, man. It's different. Alright, so for example, with a guy, they'd be matching my sex drive.
Right. Yeah.
With a girl, they're complaining because I want too much sex. So it was a bit annoying, man.
Okay.
But both in terms of like what you're talking about, like feeling, as in like.
Yeah, like
feels at the time.
I'm talking both though. I'm talking about the physical feeling, but also the psychological feeling as well.
I hear you. So physically, there's a massive difference because of the fact that one of them I ain't got to do nothing. The other one I got to do everything.
Yeah.
Psychologically,
I
disattach myself every single time from a guy because of the fact that I felt like it was wrong.
Right.
With a girl, it just always feels right. So that for me makes me believe that maybe I don't like guys. I don't actually know.
I was
just doing what I was doing with the things that I was given, bro. You get what I'm saying? I was given it, So I was using it like anyone else would.
Yeah. I feel like even mentioning it, when like mentioning it feels like it's easier for you to talk more about your sexual encounters with, or your physical encounters with women than it is so much with men. Yeah. True. Is that because? Is that a society thing, or is that in here?
Society, man. Yeah. You see me. If I had the opportunity, not even the opportunity, but an opportunity, man. I got every opportunity. If I wanted to go ahead and just sleep with bare man, and society didn't give a damn, or didn't want to go and impart to me their opinion of me sleeping with guys, then yeah, I could have done that all my life, and it would have been nothing to me. However, that ain't the case, man. That ain't the case. Like, society now is just out of control, man.
So, you know, that brings up something that's kind of interesting. If we was in a careless society like that, you know, you'd be surprised at how much a man would be doing certain things. You know, and sometimes it's the ones that, you know, like some of the ones are the ones that are mad overprotective. You know this, like with it. Yeah. That you start thinking, yo, if there was no care in the world, what would you do?
Exactly. No, it's true. I mean? It's true. The roadmen, the hood, the hood guys, the guys from the ends, all my ex's male friends, all wanted to sleep with me. Are you kidding?
And serious?
100. I would never lie.
No. When I say serious, I'm not questioning you, by the way.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm just saying. I would never lie though. You get what I'm saying? And that is just, but me being me, and obviously obviously, you know, I'm playing around. I was gonna drop some people's name in it. I would never do that, man. That's not my style. But obviously, even back then and now, I keep it to myself. I won't go and tell, like, for example, like my current girlfriend or my exes, yo, your boy them literally just said to me that he wants to smash while I went to go pick up something, a drawer or something from his whip. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That little 5-second encounter. Yeah, gee, like that 5-second encounter, they're literally saying to me, like, they're just saying it.
What? Like what?
They want to smash, man, or, you know what I'm saying? All kind of things.
What, a light neck?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, yeah. Were they never worried that they always thought that you would just keep the secret?
Yeah, I'm safe.
I hear that.
I'm safe. So really and truly, that's why you know a society, because people are just scared that someone else is gonna find out. That's all it's about. If someone knows someone ain't gonna find out, you'd be surprised what these guys be saying, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to me, because like, I get that not everyone is comfortable to live in their truth, man. I can respect that, man.
Yeah.
But it must be very difficult living like that, man. You know what
I'm saying? 100. I've completely lost my train of thought now.
It's calm, man.
Where was I gonna go? Because I don't want to miss out. Where was we talking about? Flipping. So I have to cut this bit now. Hold on 1 sec.
No problem.
This never happens, but I just, because there's so much. All right. So when you were, all right, I'll get to that bit in a bit. But when you were 18, you said that you had something called sustanon?
Libido.
What is that?
Yeah, cool. So libido is a intramuscular injection that's basically a form of testosterone. So it's synthetic hormones basically that's put inside your, it's a needle.
Yeah.
They just go put it in like your body or your thigh, and they just squeeze it out, and it's like a very thick, oily substance.
What's the purpose of it?
I don't even know at this point, because to be honest, like puberty, it's meant to basically just give you the beard definition.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's meant to make you more muscular.
Yeah.
It didn't do that for me. It didn't do that for me, as in, like, right about now, like I don't say I have a masculine body at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like anything's really like masculine about me. But I've got to take these hormones. I've got to take the libido.
Do you still do that?
I've got to take that for life, man. I ain't got no hormones in my body. If I don't take the libido, I will have brittle bones, because there'll be no hormones in my body I've got nothing in my body now.
Right. That's interesting.
Everything gone, man. In the bin.
When did you decide that, like, now? When did you decide that you wanted to go back from being a girl to now being a guy again? Like, and you knew I'm assuming now that that's at the point where you knew, this is the direction I'm definitely trying to go in now.
Yeah. So, like, a couple of weeks after deciding I wanted to be a girl, I was like, no, bun this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Your girl must have been pissed, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't give a damn, because I thought to myself, like, this is mad. I can't do it. Because
I remember the question now. Sorry, but go on. Yeah.
No, go through.
No. I want you to finish. Go on.
I felt like nah, it didn't feel right. The pronouns, it didn't sit right. I just thought like what am I doing? And then that's when it got to the point where I was like, right, who am I doing this for? Really? I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this because of the fact that it's an easier option. That's going to be less questions once again, but then still questions. And it's just a one big piece of confusion, man. Yeah, 100.
The question I was going to ask here is, were you quite sexually educated, like when you were young? Like, was you quite clued up on like sexuality and stuff like that at a young age? No. I didn't care about it all. I just was living my life normal. Like, do you think that like, do you feel like young bucks would benefit more from being widely sexually educated, not physically, but from an understanding purpose at a young age, or not really? Do you feel like that's something that they got to kind of almost tap into themselves, like as they get older?
Nah. I feel like with sexuality and gender, it's just there's too much put on it. There's too much pressure put on the damn thing right now, man. It's ridiculous. I feel like them being educated in schools and stuff, yeah, them being educated in school and stuff, it will just add to the problem. Like going back to what I said before. Remember?
I hear that still.
No, it's true, man. Because remember what I said before about when I was younger and also growing up. There really wasn't that much obsession and fascination and all this stuff over gender and not even just gender, but sexuality. And I feel like the more it's taught, and it's like you're just gonna get people riled up. It's gonna be. I feel like with this, you just gotta just take. It takes its own time, man. It's gonna take a lot of time, I think, for people to be able to be like, yeah, my kid can learn about this stuff in school, because people ain't there.
Yeah.
Nowhere near.
There's too. It's mad. Like, I know this is gonna sound mad to some people, but I just feel like there's so much to learn and there's so much to try to understand. I, as a kid, would rebuke it because it's just too much. Like, I'm not ready. I'm inquisitive now.
Yeah.
I wasn't always inquisitive.
Yeah.
I wasn't
100.
always trying to understand people and all of those type of things.
Yeah, same.
I had to get to this place by myself. But I think the one thing that like was implemented to me in my household was how I dealt with certain people, and like the respect that I needed to try to show people. Do you get what I'm saying? And that didn't always work. You know what I mean? I was still young. I was still carrying on with all elements of fuckery.
Yeah, man.
Do you get what I'm saying? Naturally, I'm gonna do that, innit?
Yeah, of course.
But the principle at home was, you know what, like, yeah, there's people that are different, innit? And you don't necessarily have to treat them any differently. You know what I mean? And I think maybe for me, because, you know, I had someone who was gay in my family, lesbian in my family. I've got, you know, I got a couple of people that have all their different types of like personal struggle. It's never been in me to alienate someone from that. I might alienate you from either how I feel myself, because I'm angry and I'm vexed or whatever, and I'm just not in that sociable mood, or I might just alienate you because of how you deal with me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
but
it.
Not because of what you've got, what your personal situation is. You know what I mean? The thing that I want to get into though, because I know you was kind of getting into it as well. Yes, and boom. The vagina thing now, that's gone now. Yeah, you're on you want to get the thing. Yeah, like what was that? How was that process like? The search, because with intersex, this is what I heard as well. And you're lucky that this didn't really happen to you. But there's like certain people that are born intersex, right? And then like they end up having a surgery when they're mad young without even having any call for nothing or whatnot, and then just being told. So let's say, for example, a girl, like she might have like testicles or whatever, and then they just chop it off without nothing, and then just say, look, just raise such and such as a girl or whatever it may be and whatnot. Luckily for you, that wasn't something that happened, but you was able to make your own decision yourself, right? Like, when did you get to that point, and what was that like?
What, making my own decision about what I want to be?
About the getting a penis.
Yeah, okay.
And what was that surgery like? Was it like, talk to me about that.
Yeah, so my mum told me not to get it. She told me not to get it because she was like, oh yeah, if you get the surgery, you're gonna obsess with the scars and all this yada 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 and blah 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 blah. Because she knows that I'm obsessed with like clear skin and everything looking nice and neat. And she was right. But so that's why, like, okay, so that I basically just went and just got the thing because I just thought to myself, you know what, it's something I got to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter what my mum's saying and what, like, even though she knows me best and she was right, I still had to get the surgery. And I went and like, so I blindly went and got it basically.
What's the process?
All right, cool. So stage one is they basically take a graft from your arm or your leg or wherever, like a skin graft, and they take an artery. They harvest the nerves and all of that like stuff, and then they sculpt a penis.
Right.
When you use your leg, you can get like up to 8 inches. You use your arm, you can get up to about 6-7 inches.
So what, you went for the leg?
Nah, man, my legs. Nah, I love my legs. I love my arms too, but I love my legs, man. I got nice legs.
So what did you go for so you went for the?
Yeah, man. I use my arms still.
Oh, okay.
Use my arm, yeah. Nash. Use my arm. Made them sculpt that penis, man.
So did you get to choose this to the exact size? Did you get to say, yo, I need it this and a half?
Nah, man. Nah, I didn't get to choose none of that. Like, they just gave me, like, I remember he said to me, my surgeon was like, we'll try to give you the best size we can give you. Yeah. And I was like, you know what, cool. But let me tell you, that first surgery, knockout, man. Not only was it knockout, but I didn't have a penis head, bro, for a good year and a half because they don't do that at the first surgery. I didn't. So
what, did it just look like, you know, like the dildo, you know, like the... And
worse than that.
And it's just like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
it's like a... Yeah.
There's no turtle...
Yeah. There was no turtleneck, no nothing. Yeah, no, it was worse than that, man. It was worse. No, for real, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. It was worse than that because I wasn't expecting that. So it was worse for me. At least with a dildo, you know what you're getting. Like if it's got no penis, you know, it's just a vibrator.
Did they not explain it to you before?
They did. But this is what I'm saying. I was not. And this is
you weren't listening.
I weren't listening. I'm not gonna cap. I was not listening.
You was just excited to get.
Yeah, give me my penis. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Give me this damn penis, man. I want to get rid of this confusion. Get rid of the vagina. I'm tired of this. Yeah, man. I'm tired of this, man. Get rid of the vagina. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. I've had my fun, but the fun's led to too much confusion. Got people suffering from heartbreak in the southeast side of London. Got people suffering from, you know what I mean, like PTSD in the west side of London. No, from all these people that were just like, they attached themselves to my genitals like mad, man. It was like, you can't get rid of it. You can't. Like, what do you mean I can't? Don't tell me nothing about I can't. I can and I will, and I did.
Strong.
Yeah, man. I did. I had to. You can't. You know what? Gee, it was just so much confusion for me, man. I can't believe they wasn't as confused as I was. Like they wanted it more than I wanted the vagina, the pussy. I was just, to me, oh man, like I hear that, like team natural, stay natural, that, but I feel like, you know, with these surgeries, I think it's even more. It's more than staying natural. Get what I'm saying? Because it's like, cool. I could have kept the vagina. I could have not had the penis. And I would have just been using that constantly, bro. I would have been using it because it's there and I get pleasure from it. So in my head, why am I gonna not get pleasure from? I ain't one of them touch me not type of people. You're gonna like, yo, we're gonna do some freaky things, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was for me, man.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Screw society, bro. Are you joking? I loved it, man.
So So after that first surgery, what happened? Did you have another surgery after that?
Yeah. I've had about 4 more surgeries since then. So
what did the second one? What was the second one for? What was that like?
So the second one was to get rid of the vaginal hole.
Right.
To get rid of that. Yeah. So I still had that's what I forgot to say, man. Yeah. So I still had the vagina hole and the burst sausage looking penis.
Oh, so you had a dick and the...
But a shitty looking dick.
Bro. Without the head.
Don't get me started.
Without the head. Yeah, without
I know.
Yeah.
I remember still getting gallant.
Was you still... Wait, how long was the surgery between
year and a half.
First... A year and a half? Oh, so you were still out here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, a whole year and a half, bro.
You still out here?
Still out here, bro. I was still out here, and I got some fine ass chicks too. I can't explain it, man. I don't know what's wrong with people's head, bro, because this is just me. If I was one of them girls, I would have to wait until the person's got their surgery done. Because that's the thing. People just, like, a lot of people just think it's just you just have it, you get the penis, bam, it can work.
No way.
It's a whole process.
It's not only is it just a process, it is so lengthy.
Yeah.
And you have to heal, because you can't just keep on bam, bam,
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they just assume that that's what, goes down. But yeah, so I had a vagina and the birth looking penis. So birth penis, vagina for a whole year and a half. Wow. And then after the year and a half, they finally made my penis look pretty by giving it, you know, a helmet, which it rightfully deserved.
Hey,
crown that.
Hey,
you know what I'm
helmet
saying,
gang.
Yeah, helmet gang, man.
Talking about?
Like, for real, it needed it as well. That's the thing. So when I got that and everything, and then so that was at stage 2. Oh yeah, and they obviously build the urethra. They make the man. You know what? Yeah, this thing's getting on my head. Damn nails on my head.
You ain't got a trim on that,
bro. I'm trying to grow out my hair.
Are you trying to get waves?
Yeah, I'm trying to grow it all out. So I've just got to slap the belly on it, and no matter how stupid the belly looks, it's there.
You know what? If I was to do it again, and I had to choose, because I'm all right with mine.
Yeah.
Right, I'm 7 and light change. I'd go for 8.5 with a curve.
With a curve?
Yeah, I'd go for
left or right?
Do you know what? Usually, left in it, because usually when I'd probably bend to the curve to the, you understand what I'm saying? Also, I would probably change, because I got a beauty spot.
So but it's not on the head, innit? I got a beauty spot on my head.
Mine's not on my beauty spot is like not in the mad noticeable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll pull it in a place where I could flex it a bit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, pride. You love it.
I love it.
Oh,
yeah, because it's a little, you know what I mean, little black dot. Yeah, it's a, you know what I mean. You know, like when a girl has the beauty spot and that there and it's mad sexy.
I got one there still.
I see. Oh, you're lucky. You're one. I've got one underneath here still, but no one will see that shit. So I put it more in a place where it's a bit. You understand what I'm saying? Get that, and then that would be. I'd go for that. That would be me.
I wouldn't change a damn thing.
Oh no, you're all right.
Lit.
Callum's lit. Apparently,
I respect both the options.
Yeah, I hear that.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I want a bigger thing. I want a bigger thing. To be honest. No, I don't stop. No, because the thing is, like, you know, what am I? I'm about. Oh man, no, because I like big things. I have this energy about me that has to have a big thing. You know. So yeah, fair enough. I got 2 dicks, but I ain't got no big thing.
You got what?
Wait, whoa.
Y'all didn't know that, man. Yo,
talk to me about that. Wait, talk about that.
So you see when they were doing all the surgery and stuff, and they're getting rid of the vagina, they also, so my clit, which was always like quadruple the size of a regular clit, it hung, whatever. So when they did the surgery, it made it hang more. So it basically, now, when I get a boner, it will stand now, if that makes sense. And
okay,
you can see it more because they take it out
strong.
Because the rest of it's pushed back, kind of. It's really confusing. So it's pushed back. So okay. You normally have the lips. And the lips is what sucks it in. So when they don't get rid of the lips they just kind of like they conjoin it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So because they conjoin it now, the clit's sticking out, but it looks more like a penis now than it did before, because obviously the lips would make it look like a pussy.
I understand.
And how big are we talking now?
So when I get a bone, it'll get to about like 4 inches. But remember, this
is that's quite big.
Yeah, I know. So for something that was like
something that was.
So it was like this, was about that size.
Because that's like, do you know that's just below the average
that's
penis
what I'm saying.
size?
That's what I'm saying.
So 5 inches is apparently the average penis size. So you're just one short of that, but then you've got about 6 on the back end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back it up.
Man,
he's 10.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you know what?
You're 10.
You're 10.
Yeah,
you can take
that. Can't Nate, if anything, take a bit of that, and then mold it on the. You know what I'm saying?
I keep it like this because double penetration.
Yes. Oh shit! Boom. My mind already gone there.
I thought about that.
Shit! I was thinking, I'm glad you said it.
Shit!
Double penetration, exactly.
Oh man!
No wonder you're doing bits now.
Yeah,
you're greasy
for real.
The thing is, you're doing things that we can't.
Exactly. Yeah, you're doing some different shit.
Yeah. Literally, insert one into the booty,
but one
to the pussy,
and like that. Shit. That is a thing.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is why, you know, I don't like to talk. I don't like to talk too much, because you know them ones where it's like, you know what I mean. I know that I put it down. So
your DMs are gonna be loud after this.
Your DMs, man. You might just cut out all the other stuff and just put that one bam right there. Yeah, man. That's what people really want to hear.
We'll clip it.
So did you? Well, you can't. You can't just get an actual, just a normal erection, though, right? Have you got a?
Yeah.
But you got a pump and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So my natural one, yeah. But the other one, you just squeeze the balls and it just makes the dick go.
Like just like a pump.
Yeah, and it literally makes the dick rise like a normal erection, and that's why I chose to get the
How
pump
do you get it down?
Oh, mad.
How did I get it done?
How do you get it down?
How do I get down? You squeeze on the balls again, but there's like a you can deflate it. So one side you can, so it's all in one testicle. So the pump is in one testicle, yeah, and the other one's got like the ball, and so one side you can squeeze. And it pumps it up. One side you squeeze and it pumps it up. So it's not.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But you know what? You see what I'm saying? Pump. Yeah. I know a lot of people that might be listening to this. They might think pump as in like an actual pump. It basically. So what happens is there's like this. So there's like this little. So they basically put something inside the penis. Yeah. I can't explain what this thing is that is inside the penis. Inflatable something, but basically it sucks up all of the blood. Right. The water, whatever, inside the penis, which is what makes it hard.
Right.
Like a normal erection. So this little thing inside the penis makes it just expand.
Wow.
It's pretty lit.
Really interesting, bro.
Incredible. Yeah, it's pretty mad. Like,
what is the aim, though? The aim is just to have one, or are you going to keep both?
Yeah. If I were to get rid of the other one,
penetration.
Yeah, like
both, bro.
I would one's for pleasure, innit? Like me and a woman from uni, lad, we were discussing this because she was like, "Yo, so really and truly, you've got one for pleasure, like one for selfish reasons, and the other one for like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? To do the thing when I go." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what it's about." One of them feels out of this world mad, and the other one is connected to the same nerves from the other one. Someone could touch one of them, and the other one can feel it.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, because the nerves are all joined.
The last thing on this, the sexual aspect here.
Yep.
How do you get your release? So like, with obviously with a dick will bust its nut or whatnot. Yeah. A woman will be able to have like some type of orgasm, and even with that though, they will, a lot of the time they can still go on. Sometimes with men, or a lot of the time with men, we bust our thing and that's it, or whatnot. Yeah. Have you found your release, like the thing that helps you to get to that place?
Definitely. That is direct stimulation to the smaller one.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that will throb, and that's the one that will just do its thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And let me tell you, it has way more sensitivity than anyone's penis could possibly get. I'll tell you that now. Because it's got all of the nerves as a clitoris would have. Way more nerves, way, but it's bigger. You could just imagine. Oh my days.
Through the roof.
People wonder why I'm a nymphomaniac. How could you wonder? For real.
Your DM's gonna be mad.
How could you wonder, man?
Look, man, I've got so much questions and there's so much more things I want to talk to you on and that. Yeah, man, I know we're running out of time and that, but just to almost like, what's your relationship like with love, bro?
I love to love, and I love to be loved. I love to give, really, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but that's only recent because I was really disconnected from love before because all I cared about is sex, and that was all I cared about. But now I care more about love than sex, maybe.
Where did that come from?
After surgery, I realized that it was like raw, like it's not really that important, really, is it? Like sexual encounters with people if you don't love them. And I realized I was telling so many people that I loved them in the heat of the moment with sex, and it weren't nothing to do with love, man. It was all to do with sex. And now that with my current girlfriend, I know that I love her because I can go a day or two without sex, and I don't feel like I have to have sex with everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Psychologically, what did you struggle with?
Psychologically,
and what have you struggled with
in terms of like loving people?
Loving and like your encounter with yourself, really.
I realized I didn't truly love myself the way I thought I did. I didn't love myself the way I thought I did. I had thought that I loved myself because I was so gassed. But being gassed about yourself and loving yourself, two different things. And I always thought that it was all the same thing. I thought that, because I'm so confident and I'm so outspoken and I love my body and all this stuff, that I actually love myself. When really and truly, me having regular encounters, multiple encounters with different people sexually, that ain't love. That was me trying to find validation and me trying to think to myself, yo, this is love, because the fact that you get so much sex.
Come in.
Yo.
Yes, bro. Sorry, just give me 5 minutes. Sorry, bro. Yeah.
So I confused the two.
This is a very vague question, yeah. But like, what makes you you?
the fact that I'm intersex and it's a damn rarity, and not everybody's like that. That's what makes me me. What makes me me is the fact that the way I carry it as well, man. I could choose to crumble, I could choose to flake, I could choose to hide, I could choose to all these different things, but nah, that's the easy thing for me. That's the easy thing to be able to just hide myself so that I'm easily accepted and I'm more socially accepted and all them things there. That's dead, because I ain't ashamed, and as far as I'm concerned, you're hiding something, it means you're ashamed, and I ain't ashamed of nothing. So that's what makes me me, bro, the way I carry myself.
Is there anything that you feel that people could do in terms of like understanding people that have like grown up with what you've gone through, or not really?
So
do you feel like as a society we could do more?
Yeah, hell yeah. But this is the issue. It's like, if they're not going to teach it in schools, we've got a bag of school kids that are basically getting into their adult life and they have no idea really about, you know, like sexuality, gender, all them thing there. They have no clue because of the fact that, like I said before, the school kids should be left out of it. But at the same time, it's like, where does the knowledge start? That's a good question, you know, because that's a good question. I ain't gonna lie. That caught me off guard, bro.
I feel like it definitely contradicts like what I was saying before, man. Because I do think that it is kind of important to learn about these things at a super young age, because I think that it could contribute to understand, like, dealing with people differently. But if you don't know, you don't know nothing, then ultimately, and then I'm hearing about this for the first time, it doesn't seem normal, then I'm going to deal with you as not normal, as a child. True, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I you know what? That's a big something there, man. That's actually, I don't even know how to answer that. I have other answer for everything. Raw. Well, then that's what I'm saying. Maybe in school they should teach it then. Damn, I don't know, because how can you can't really get to get into like being like adulthood, and you don't know nothing about. I'm staying out of that one actually. That's a serious thing there.
Bro, listen, man. Honestly, I so appreciate you coming and telling your story and that, bro. You are a certified, bro. I can't even. Honestly, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that are going through like personal battles and stuff like that, and like can't speak about them, and like find it very difficult to you know speak about it to their family or friends, or even to come on camera and discuss it or whatnot. You can only get such a big amount of respect from me to be able to come here and sit down and just tell your truth and whatnot.
Bro.
I think that you've got like a really bright future in whatever it is that you do. Do you know what I mean? Because you got a very interesting energy. You know what I mean? You just got to tap into that, man, and just keep doing you, bro.
Yeah, man.
But honestly, I really thank you for like coming by and doing that. There's so much more I would have loved to have like got into with you, but I feel like we got quite a bit from you anyway still, man. No. So yeah, man. How'd you feel? You good?
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for having me, man. Obviously, like I said before, big up Uni Lad for obviously having me on their platform, car. Bag of people that obviously want to, what I mean, hear the story, work, all them type of thing there, and it's good, car. It spreads the message, bam.
Yeah, facts. Usually what I do is I'll say to people, what is one thing that people need to do? What is one thing that people need to know about? It could be anything. It could be a brand, it could be a sock, it could be a bandana, it could be a drink, it could be like anything, a documentary, like something that you've watched, anything. Is there one thing that you would like to tell people? It could be a YouTube channel, anything. Like, what is one thing that people need to know about?
They need to know that if they have any kind of curiosity as to the way my penis looks, they could go on my YouTube account and they'll see that I'm one of the only dons on YouTube naked. So yeah, they could see the penis on the YouTube.
You what?
You didn't know that? Man, what? You lot didn't know that. You didn't Google me before you
on YouTube.
Yeah, you didn't.
Wait,
Google me.
What? I'm not censored or anything.
No, not censored.
On YouTube. They haven't taken it down.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
It's got over. It's at almost 400,000 views, man.
Serious?
Oh fucking hell!
Shit.
Madness, innit? I know, madness.
Hey, listen, my bro.
Thing.
Hey, thanks for coming through, man. Hey, thanks for listening, everyone, as well. Yeah, subscribe. We might be on 100k by now, but if not, please, you can see the number down there. Do what you're doing. Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. Come on, G.
Safe.